Chapter 14. Mad Guts will be steaming mad. Stoic had a difficult afternoon of not finding things. Firstly, he was looking for the How to Train a Dragon book. Then he couldn't find his son because he felt that he'd possibly been a little crosser than he ought to have been, particularly given that it was Hiccup's birthday. But both book and son had vanished into thin air, even though he'd sent half the tribe all over Berk looking for them. As the sun began to sink that evening, big boobied Bertha stomped into his jubilee hop with a confident smirk on her face. Oh, I love Bertha. The mighty bosoms of big boobied Bertha had killed many a warrior in mortal combat. She was a great giant of a woman who closely resembled a woolly mammoth in a dress. And even in a one-on-one social situation, she tended to bellow at the top of her foghorn voice, as if she was trying to be heard by troops at the other end of a largish battlefield. "This is where you're hiding, is it, Stoic, you old warthog?" she yelled cheerfully, giving him a playful tug on the whiskers that made him bristle furiously. Hoping you can skulk in here till I'll forget about the bed. Are you? Well, I haven't. It's the end of the day, your time's up, and I hope you're ready to give me those axes. Where's your proof that you lettuce-hearted, rabbit-brained, butter-fingered hooligans are better at burglary than us bog burglars? Stoic's chest swelled with indignation. "We hooligans are the best, finest burglars in the world!" he yelled, punching his fist in the air. "One of my warriors, Gobother Welch, has stolen a book from the Meathead Public Library from right under the nose of the hairy, scary librarian. An act of burglary and bravery of the highest order." Not bad, whistled Bertha. "I wouldn't have thought that great lumbering sack of potatoes had it in him." She looked cheerfully round the room. "So, where is it then?" "What?" asked Stoic, flaying for time. "The book, man, the book! The book that your gobber with a face like a hippopotamus that somebody trod on has flukily snaffled from that loon, the librarian. Where is it?" Stoic's chest deflated a little. "Ah, yes. Well, that's just what I can't quite understand. I had the book in this very room only this morning, but now it seems to have completely disappeared. It's most extraordinary. I'm afraid you're going to have to take my word for it." Big Bobby Bertha hadn't heard such a great joke in ages. She laughed so hard the tears ran down her chin and she could barely stand up. "Ha ha 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 ha!" roared Big Bertha, and there she is roaring. "Ha ha 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 ha!" "Ah, that's a good one. You stole the book and then you seem to have lost it. Is that what you're saying?" jeered Bertha. "Fiddlesticks and tadpole-tails. You never had this book you're boasting about because you hopeless hooligans couldn't burgle berries from a baby." Stoic wondered whether to hit her. "Never mind, Stoic," boomed Bertha, giving him a friendly dig in the ribs. "Even if you had stolen that silly little book of yours, you wouldn't have won the bet anyway. Come and see what I stole from the Mad Guts the murderers only yesterday. Follow me." Muttering rude words under his breath to the great god Thor, Stoic followed Bertha's bossy departing bottom all the way to the dragon stables. Bertha stopped outside a particularly large stable door and began to undo the bolts. "Hope you don't mind that I borrowed an empty stable of yours to put it in. This will show you what a real burglar can do." Bertha flung open the door dramatically. "Feast your eyes on that," Stoic the Vast. "A real live, top-of-the-range stealth dragon stolen from under the very nose of that bird-brain Mad Guts the murderess by my own fair hands." "Thumbnails of Thor!" exclaimed Stoic, forgetting his fury. He was so impressed. "Mad Guts will be steaming mad." "Pooh!" boasted Bertha proudly, if unwisely. "Us bog burglars aren't scared of that idiotic stinkpot." Stoic peered into the stable. But Bertha, there's nothing here. There." Bertha chuckled. "Yes, well, that's what makes them a secret weapon, you see," she explained kindly. "The stealth dragon is so well camouflaged, it's practically invisible." "No, really," said Stoic, walking from one end of the stable to another. "There really is nothing here." So Bertha is coughing his rubber kamikaze and everybody nicked it from her. Ha! Bertha blundered into the stable, her hands in front of her, trying to feel for a not only invisible, absolutely not there stealth dragon. It took 3 turns around the stable to convince her that the dragon had vanished. "Well, bother my bunions," exclaimed Big Booby Bertha. "It's completely disappeared." Now it was Stoic's turn to laugh. "It was here this morning, large as life and as transparent as glass," protested Bertha. "Oh, yes," cheered Stoic, laughing like a drain. "Invisible dragons, my belly button. That's a good one, Bertha. That's a good one. I'll give you a couple of invisible axes for winning the bet." Big boopy Bertha turned purple as a blueberry and clenched her fist. The two of them were so engrossed in their disagreement that they did not notice a tall, thin figure creeping up behind them. "Both of you hold your hands above your heads and come slowly out of the stable," barked a hissing croak of a voice. I don't wonder who that can be. Okay, there they are going nose to nose, Bertha and Stoic. Okay, and the next chapter, chapter 15, is called "The Hairy Librarian Gets Scary." Have that tomorrow.